Have you fallen in love online yet? It can happen. It's happened to me. This video is about dating, about long distance relationships. It is about we're going to talk a little bit about scams, several stories that I am familiar with, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Get into some details. A couple articles in the paper. The very sophisticated with AI now, artificial intelligence, very sophisticated scams going on. Love scams, crypto scams to get you to invest in crypto that doesn't even exist, other types of things. Anyway, let's get into it here. It is so easy for us men to fall in love and to fall in love online. It's happened to me more than once, I will admit, more than once. Fall in love, fall in lust, whatever. And there's certain, there's a good feeling about that. Good feeling, and especially if you've had difficulty dating in your own country, the USA would be one of those. I've dated quite a number in my 40s and 50s, early 60s in the US. Attempted to date and have relationships in the USA, and just really didn't go anywhere at all. To get on an online dating site and have people from Southeast Asia and Asia, younger females or even males. The story I'll tell you about Filipinos getting hooked up with younger men as well and being offered money. And anyway, we'll get into those details a little bit later. Anyway, I know a couple of my friends who are sending money to two or more girls here. I know of a situation through my girlfriend's coworker, somebody that they know. There's a lady at work has an American boyfriend sending her money, and I think she's even met him. But she is married. She's married. The husband knows that she's getting money from this guy, and he's happy about it. He's happy that some American is sending the family money. So, if you've got a situation like that, I just recommend you do some due diligence. Try to find out additional details about the person that you're thinking about or are sending money to. There are many online dating sites, some specializing in the Philippines and Thailand, Southeast Asia. I think there's one or two that are free. There's some that are inexpensive but limited, and then you got to pay the full rate to get all the bells and whistles. Number of people like different ones for different reasons as well. But understand some of these girls. There's scams out there. A lot of the girls are sincere, but there are scams out there, and you don't want to get taken in by one of them. It's easy to fall in love very quickly online with these, especially where these younger girls online, 20s, 30s, 40s, are happy and smiling and want to engage with you. But there are a few that are scamming, and they see it as a business opportunity. I met a guy a couple of years ago, and he told me he came to town to meet his girlfriend. He had been, I think, talking to for a year or more, and he was going to surprise her. He came into town, and she lived over on Mactan Island, and he called her or texted her and said, "Surprise, I'm here." And instead of being happy, she was very upset. She was very upset with him that he was here and didn't tell her ahead of time. Anyway, he ended up going over to where she lived, worked area, and she was even more upset when he showed up in person. And his feeling was that, well, I'm just one of many probably sending her money. You know what AI is, right? Artificial intelligence. It is the artificial intelligence on my the software that I use to edit my videos, created all of these pictures in just a matter of about a minute or so. Give you some idea, and there's software that's much better than mine. I'm going to show you a couple of articles that talk about, get a little more into detail about the scams out there, and they go beyond just long-term relationships. And they're men and women who are taken in, develop a romantic relationship online, and then it's like, well, I've got this really good investment deal and I'm making lots of money, and if you've got money to invest and in cryptocurrency or something else, or I need some medical dental work done, can you send me money? I'll get into some details about, there's a couple of girls that I know, and that have almost been taken in by a foreigner coming in here saying they've got lots of money, they're going to spend a lot of money on them, but in the end they claim that, oh, can you borrow me some money while I transfer money here? Jumping over to the Philippine paper, Phil Star, and a suspected scam hub in Makati, which is in the Manila metropolitan area, raided, 17 foreigners nabbed. Scam hub, what are they scamming? 17 foreign nationals were arrested in a suspected scam hub in Makati City over the weekend. Armed with a search warrant, agents raided a 5-story apartment building past 11 p.m. on Friday, apprehended the foreigners. In a message on Viber, the NBI director said he has yet to receive a progress report of the operation when asked for the nationalities of the suspects, although most of the suspects are Chinese nationals. Several Filipinos were also rounded up by the NBI agents for investigation. According to the initial NBI reports, the suspects were allegedly engaged in investment and cryptocurrency scams. And they'll probably find out they may well be involved in love scams too. A lot of that going on these days. Some rooms in the building were labeled couple room, indicating that some foreign nationals were staying there with their partners. Each room was equipped with a bed and bathroom. The suspects also have a regular supply of food, as the building has a commissary. One of the Filipinos apprehended said they are unaware of the illegal activities happening inside the building. We are just kitchen helpers here. We deliver food to the rooms. Numerous computers, cell phones, subscriber SIM cards, and notebooks containing scripts used in that the suspects allegedly use in love scams and other forms of online fraud were seized in the operation. POGOs, which is Philippine offshore gaming operators, which are banned. They all supposedly have to leave the country by the end of this year, and they take up huge amounts of office space as well as residential space. And then there's the illegal side of that too. Many that are illegal and may continue until they are found. Anyway, POGOs have been linked to various scam activities, including human trafficking and torture and love scams as well. Not included here, but that's part of the deal. Look out, guys. It's going on all over the world, and there's a big center of it right here in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Deepfake romance scam raked in $46 million from men across Asia, police say. And let's go down here to the article. Based out of Hong Kong. She appeared to be a beautiful woman, and in the minds of men across Asia, the video calls they spoke on confirmed their newfound love was real. But Hong Kong police say the men had fallen prey to a romance scam that used deepfake artificial intelligence to lure its victims into parting with more than $46 million. In a news conference Monday, police in the Asian financial hub announced the arrests of more than 24 members of the alleged scam ring, which they say targeted men from Taiwan to Singapore and as far away as India, and I'm sure the Philippines and Thailand as well. Police said the 21 men, 6 women were held on charges including conspiracy to defraud following a raid on the gang's alleged operating center at a 4,000 square foot industrial unit in the city's Hong Hom district. Aged 21 to 34, the suspects were mostly well educated, many of them digital media and technology graduates allegedly recruited by the gang after attending local universities. The suspects allegedly worked with IT specialists overseas to build fake cryptocurrency platform where the victims were coerced to make investments. Boy, you could get hit both ways. Love scam that convinces you to buy fake cryptocurrency. Boy, they get you a number of different ways. Deepfakes are comprised of realistic fake video, audio, and other content created with help of AI, artificial intelligence. Technology is being increasingly adopted by a variety of bad actors, from people wishing to spread convincing disinformation to online scammers. Pig butchering. Pig butchering scams, named for the fattening up of victims before taking everything they have, are a multi-billion-dollar illicit industry in which the con artists take on false online identities and spend months grooming their targets to get them to invest in bogus crypto sites. Deepfakes are one more weapon in their arsenal to try and convince unsuspecting marks to part with money. Typically run by Chinese gangs out of Southeast Asia, it is unclear how widespread the crime is in Hong Kong. Typically run by Chinese gangs out of Southeast Asia, which includes Philippines and Thailand, it is unclear how widespread the crime is in Hong Kong, a wealthy city where police have long campaigned to raise awareness of telephone scams, following several high-profile cases in which the victims, often elderly people, reported staggering high losses. According to Hong Kong police, the romance gang's deepfake scam typically began with a text message in which the sender, posing as an attractive woman, said they had mistakenly added the wrong number. The alleged scammers then struck up online romances with their victims, fostering a sense of intimacy until they began planning a future together. The group was highly organized, divided into departments responsible for different stages of the scam. Police said they even used a training manual to teach members how to carry out the con by taking advantage of the victim's sincerity and emotion, learning about the victim's world view to create a tailor-made persona, inventing difficulties such as failed relationships or businesses to deepen the other person's trust, and finally painting a beautiful vision, including travel plans together to push the victim into investing. So you have been warned. I'll get into a couple of other cases I'm familiar with here, but first, if you've got a lot of money to throw around and it's helping your ego or emotions or whatever, but do you like being scammed? Do you like being mugged, basically? So do your due diligence. Make sure the person you're actually talking to is real. I've seen some AI demonstrations where the person, like the created person, can carry on a conversation, even changing languages, accents. I mean, they're getting so sophisticated. It's just unbelievable what they can do now. And you may well not be dealing with that level of sophistication, but if you're if you're sending money off to somebody that you've never met, don't know much about, it's something to check out, I think. Do your due diligence. Anyway, a couple other instances. I know a guy down the hall from me. I think he's got a couple former girlfriends he's still sending money to. He's helping them with college and mother's medicine and a number of different things. Um, and also has a care plus a care and comes three days a week, and a cleaner comes a couple of days a week, I believe. So if you have money to spend like that, and helps take care of you, and go for it. But don't get scammed. Don't get scammed. About these other situations, I know of personally. I know of a couple of girls. One's my girlfriend. My girlfriend's daughter was talking to somebody online, some foreigner, American probably or European. And yeah, we've fallen in love, and he's going to come here, and he's got lots of money, and this and that, and the text messages start. Oh, I'm at the airport, honey. The guy says, I'm at the airport, but I can't access my cash. None of the ATMs will take my international card or something like that. My bank is not allowing the transfer. Can you send me Gcash? Can you send me Gcash? And the other one is somebody I know, a carer for a friend of mine who was a similar thing. A foreigner said he was in town, but he had more than 10,000 U.S. dollars, and he hadn't declared it. And if you're allowed to bring in up to $10,000 without declaring it, anything over that you have to declare. And so they're holding my money, and I can't get it. Can you send me money to pay the fine so I can get? And she showed me the messages, and she said, "No." I told him, "Just use the money in your bag, you fool." How stupid do you think she is? There are a lot of needs here, so I'm not downplaying that at all. There is a growing richer class. There is a growing middle class. I'll do a video about that soon. And there is a huge part of the population who is very poor, have many needs for basic necessities. So if you're talking to that type of person, just check them out. Check them out. Make sure they who they really are. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not insulting. I've had Filipinos, even when I was new here, often ask me very personal questions. How much do you make? How much do you make? It's like, what? I don't even know you, and you're asking how much I make. So yeah, it's Filipinos are, I guess, more open about discussing very personal things that you might not be interested in discussing. So don't be afraid to ask them. More personal, try to find out about family and friends, if they work, where they work, and just get additional details to kind of make sure you're actually talking to a person. One thing that happens, I think, is occasionally, it can happen to anybody. I mean, has happened to, is that once somebody finds out how easy it is to get money online from foreigners, you're a pretty girl, and yeah, hey, he sent me money. He sent me money. Hey, the friends, the coworkers, hey, have them send me some. Tell them such and such. I need money too. And then they find, hey, I'm talking to 5 other people online too. Maybe they'll send me money. Some of these girls, no doubt. I've met a couple of Filipinos. They told me, yeah, I've got a boyfriend back in America or wherever, and for over a year, and yeah, he sends me a little money, and this was early on, and the one lady, I think she was a Grab driver, very pretty, and I asked her for her phone number. She says, "No, I have a boyfriend. I'm not interested." And they're very loyal. Many of them very 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 loyal, but there's a certain percentage who will see how easy it is to make that money, and it becomes a business for them, so to speak. Anyway, you've been warned. hey, the Philippines has a lot to offer, a lot of great people, welcoming, honest, trustworthy, but there are the few. You know, they've got, I think, 118 million people here. You know, 5% of those are a little bit on the shady side. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. So anyway, safe travels to you all, and take care. We'll see you next time.